Hello, Scrapbookers. This is Megan, and I am back today with a new series for you guys. So, I am going to be sharing my December documented album for the year 2022. And I made this or finished this album at the April scrapbooking retreat that I went to earlier this year. And I was super excited that I was able to finish this album because it's been 2.5 years since I've started it. So it was really awesome to be able to finish something at the retreat because that's not always the case when I go to retreats. So first thing I'm going to do is pull out the photos and organize them based on each of the subjects and the photos that I had available. So I have Christmas Day here that I am doing, and I think actually there's another page that I think I skipped, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I am just organizing and going through all of the photos and deciding where I want them in the album. So this Christmas was the first Christmas that Ashley and I were together, and we actually spent Christmas with her 5 kids, and my kids had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with my ex, and we celebrated with them. I think it was the week before. And I do have a video, I believe, on YouTube. I'll see if I can find it. So if you're interested, you can see that layout that I made when we celebrated Christmas Day with my kids. So it was just me and Ashley and her 5 kids. And yeah. And then a couple photos, we did go and hang out with my kids at Mark's house, which was a one-time thing. And we will never do that again. Okay, so now I have moved on to December 24th, and I think I forgot to bring embellishments. This would have been Friday night, the first night of the retreat, and I forgot to bring embellishments for Christmas, and so all I'm going to do is put the photos together how I want them, and then it will cut to the next day and I will show you some of the embellishing. So these photos were of the kids wearing their Christmas Eve PJs, and this was something that I did with my kids for a long time. I don't even remember when we did that. And I think Ashley even did Christmas PJs with her kids before we got together. It's kind of a normal thing that people do now. And we had decided to have the kids open them on Christmas Eve. But I think we've decided to kind of change that up. This last year, I believe we gave them to them at the beginning of the month of December. So then they could wear them all December, which is fun to do before Christmas, wear your Christmas PJs. But so for this year, we had them open them Christmas Eve, and then we had them change, and then we took a bunch of photos. And of course, it's a lot of just being silly, and not everybody's looking at the camera and they're just being cute. So I wanted to include a lot of the photos. Probably not all of the photos that I took because I go crazy when I take photos, and I take like 100 photos. So here I'm just cutting out the number 24, and then I am going to make a couple banners. And then I think it's going to switch over to the next day. And I apologize that the album isn't in the full view of the camera. It looks like I had my phone kind of more to the right than it should have been. So I think I do correct that on the next video. And it looks like I'm just gluing everything down here. And there we go. Now I put the whole album in the view of the camera. So these were from my stash, those brads, and I kept pulling them out, and I don't think, well, actually maybe I do use one here. I don't really like using brads. A lot of the time I'll cut off the little metal part that holds the brad to the paper, just because I don't really like sticking it through the paper and then having to glue it down. Okay, now I'm going to start doing the embellishing, and I pull out a couple of, I think this is a chipboard piece that says Holly and Jolly, and then I also am going to use this cheer word, and that I believe is from my stash. I did buy, I think, one Christmas collection because the host of the retreat, she had a bunch of collections and things that she was selling. And so I did kind of go through them, and the Christmas collection that she had was really cute. And so I decided to buy one of the paper packs, and it was from Echo Park, which Echo Park is like my favorite. I will always use their collections. I'm going to glue down this fireplace, and then that is going to be it for this layout. Stay tuned for my next layout to come out tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great scrappy day. Bye.